Welcome back to Recap World. Today I will show you a action drama horror film from 2021, titled Don't Breathe 2. Spoilers ahead. Watch out and take care. 8 years after the occasions of the main film, Norman Nordstrom lives in relative isolation with his 11 years of age little girl Phoenix and his Rottweiler Shadow in suburbia of Detroit. Norman lets Phoenix know that they used to have another house, which torched in a fire, and that her mom passed on in that fire. Norman gets an inventory drop from his companion and previous Army Ranger Hernandez. Hernandez, who is Norman's just association with society, persuades a hesitant Norman to let her take Phoenix with her to get things done around, so she can have some break of the house. While getting things done together, Hernandez stops at a corner store to refuel. Phoenix is trapped by a gangster in the corner store's restroom. Be that as it may, Shadow frightens the man off, however he provides the request to the group to follow Phoenix back home. Subsequent to dropping off Phoenix, Hernandez is trapped and killed by the group, who continue to go to Norman's home. The group draws Shadow away and kills him. Norman, who presumes something ended up shadowing since his food bowl is still full, goes outside to search for him, while the pack quietly breaks into the house to hijack Phoenix. Norman finds Shadow dead from a shot injury. Understanding that Shadow was shot, he goes to the house to protect it. A battle results among Norman and the gangsters. At last, the pack chief appears and tells Phoenix, who is stowing away with Norman, that he is her genuine dad, affirming it by showing the two of them have a dash of white hair in the right half of their head. It is uncovered that 8 years earlier, Phoenix's home torched in light of the fact that a meth lab in the storm cellar detonated. Phoenix's dad was promptly arrested after the blast and condemned to 8 years in jail for different violations. Norman tracked down Phoenix oblivious while analyzing the consumed house with Shadow, and he took her home to satisfy his longing of having a little girl once more. Her dad acknowledged Phoenix was as yet alive in the wake of seeing her leave blossoms for her mom's dedication at the consumed house. A tangled Phoenix attempts to flee, yet is thumped oblivious by Raoul, a gangster. In the meantime, Phoenix's dad releases his canine on Norman, who is hesitant to kill it and chooses to trap it in the loft, all things considered. The posse chooses to torch the house, then, at that point, continues to drive away with Phoenix caught. Unbeknownst to them, Norman lets the canine out of the upper room and the two of them figure out how to get away from the consuming house. Outside, Norman tracks down Hernandez's van and arms himself with a few weapons in it, then, at that point, rope the canine so it can lead him to the group's area. At the pack's HQ, Phoenix's dad uncovers that her genuine name is Tara. She's then, at that point, acquainted with her mom, alive however in critical condition. Tara's mom clarifies that 8 years prior, she committed an error cooking a clump of meth, prompting the blast. The synthetic compounds which came about because of the fire assaulted her interior organs, prompting her present condition. It is then uncovered that the group chose to capture Tara just to have a criminal specialist extricate her heart to relocate it into her mom, since Tara is her main family member. 2 or 3 medications Tara and takes her to an unrefined working room, where the specialist discloses that because of the absence of appropriate hardware, he'll need to eliminate Tara's heart while she is completely cognizant. A power outage prevents the specialist from separating the heart. Tara's dad sends Raoul and the remainder of his group to research the cellar, where they're trapped by Norman, who takes them out individually. Raoul, being the sole survivor, concludes he would rather not partake in Tara's killing and agrees with Norman, guiding him toward where she is. Norman ambushes the gathering, killing the specialist first. A fight among him and the dad follows, where the dad incidentally shoots Tara's mother, killing her. Norman then, at that point, gouges the dad's eyes out and leaves him for dead. A mournful and seriously harmed Norman lets Tara know that all that her dad said was valid. He admits his wrongdoings, including murder and assault, and advises her to flee from him. The dad, who had endured the battle, astonishments and wounds Norman in the stomach. Before he's ready to polish him off, Tara kills him with a blade. Tara endeavors to help Norman and lets him know she can save him, to which he answers "you as of now have" prior to passing on. Tara passes on the inn and heads to a haven she had seen toward the start of the film. She considers kids playing and acquaints herself with B. Phoenix.